Gamo Swarm Magnum 10X Gen 3i in Ponzin 22. Caliber is a high-power break-barrel rifle built for hunters and pest control shooters who want fast follow-up shots without dealing with compressed air setups. It delivers real force with a design that keeps handling simple and repeatable, which makes it a dependable option for backyard shooting and fieldwork alike, and that strength sets up everything that follows. It features Gamo's IGT Mark I inert gas piston built around a 33mm cylinder, and that upgrade replaces a coil spring with a sealed gas charge that cocks smoother and cuts vibration while tightening the feel of each shot. The system pushes .22 pellets to about 1,300 feet per second with alloy ammo and about 975 feet per second with lead, giving the rifle the kind of speed that holds accuracy across real hunting distances, and that power naturally leads into its multi-shot advantage. Where this model separates itself is the 10X Generation 3i magazine system. It uses recoil to advance the next round from a 10-shot inertia-fed magazine, and that means the breech stays aligned and ready without the stop-and-reload rhythm that slows other break barrels. Shooters get fast follow-up shots while keeping the rifle shouldered and stable, which is a major benefit when game moves quickly, and consistency matters under pressure. It carries a typical price between $320 and $350, and that places it firmly in a range where its power and multi-shot design offer real value. Benjamin Bulldog is a compact but powerful, big-bore, pre-charged pneumatic air rifle engineered for serious hunters and dedicated shooters who demand consistent, repeatable performance. It combines raw energy and practical handling in a bullpup frame that measures 36 inches overall, keeping the rifle manageable without sacrificing power. Chambered in .357 caliber, it features a rifled steel barrel and a high-pressure air reservoir that fills to 3,000 pounds per square inch via a Foster quick disconnect fitting, delivering controlled power and velocity throughout each shot. The Soundtrap trapezoid sound suppression system reduces noise without sacrificing energy, allowing stealthy pursuit of medium and larger game. In Magnum configuration, it can launch projectiles at up to 1,135 feet per second, producing energy near 300 foot-pounds. Standard heavy pellets still reach around 200 foot-pounds, with effective velocity across extended ranges before the reservoir pressure drops. The 5-round auto-indexing rotary magazine and reversible side lever bolt action make cycling fast and easy for both right and left-handed shooters. The rifle's 2-stage non-adjustable trigger breaks cleanly between roughly 2 and 3 pounds, giving controlled shot release without complexity. Its ergonomic synthetic bullpup stock keeps weight close to the body for agile handling, while a 26-inch Picatinny optics rail and lower accessory rail support scopes, lights, lasers, or other gear. With a 28-inch barrel, unloaded weight around 7.7 pounds, and up to 10 full-power shots per fill before performance drops, the Bulldog delivers rugged, reliable big-bore capability in a compact package. Priced between $830 and just over $1,000, it stands as a versatile and consistent choice for hunters who need power and precision in the field. Benjamin's Pioneer Airbow takes the raw force of PCP air power and channels it into a compact bullpup design that handles like a rifle but hits like a high-energy archery platform. It runs on a pre-charged pneumatic reservoir filled to 3,000 pounds per square inch, with an internal regulator delivering 8 consistent full-power shots per fill. That consistency is part of what makes this platform stand out, because predictable velocity translates directly into predictable arrow flight. At its core is a 300-7 diameter launch tube that sends 375 grain carbon arrows screaming out at up to 450 feet per second. That produces roughly 160 to 168 foot-pounds of muzzle energy, putting it comfortably above many traditional bows and entry-level crossbows. The front-pull propulsion design gives the arrows extremely stable flight, and when paired with tuned broadheads and a solid optic, it can group near 2 inches at 50 yards. The bullpup chassis keeps the overall length at about 33.5 inches, which makes it easy to carry through dense brush, navigate tree stands, or use while moving. Up top, a long Picatinny rail allows for a range of optics, and the additional canted 20 MOA base gives extra elevation adjustment for long-range setups. An ambidextrous top-mounted bolt takes about 2 pounds of effort to cock or decock, which is dramatically easier than drawing any traditional bow or crossbow. The free-floating launch tube also helps minimize vibration, supporting accuracy and consistency. The trigger has a firm, clean break, giving you precise shot control that feels more rifle-like than archery-like. The all-weather synthetic stock is built for field use, and the bullpup layout keeps the roughly 7-pound platform balanced and maneuverable. Priced $850, the Pioneer Airbow offers high-energy arrow performance in a form factor that is accessible, efficient, and optimized for modern hunters looking for something different. Umarex AirSaber Elite X II brings real power and tactical performance to air-powered arrow hunting with a first-of-its-kind double-barrel pre-charged pneumatic design that gives you 2 ready shots without reloading. Built around a stout 240 cubic centimeter high-pressure air tank that fills to 4,000 pounds per square inch, this airbow delivers consistent arrow velocity and meaningful energy for big game work straight from the box. This double-barrel system launches 376-grain carbon fiber arrows at velocities above 450 feet per second, producing roughly 169 foot-pounds of energy on those initial shots. Enough impact to ethically harvest large game when paired with the right broadheads. The first 25 shots from a full tank stay in the lethal velocity range, giving extended shooting time between refills. The rifle keeps things intuitive with a side lever cocking handle and a quick thumb-activated barrel selector that lets you move instantly from the first arrow to the second with minimal movement. A single-stage trigger with a 3-pound pull sets up a natural feel that stays predictable, shot after shot. Handling and ergonomics match its performance. A full-length Picatinny rail accepts optics of choice, while 3 additional Picatinny sections on the forend let you mount quivers, lights, lasers, or bipods for a complete field setup. The green all-weather ambidextrous synthetic stock with textured grip and rubber butt pad strikes a balance of comfort and durability in all conditions. At about 42.5 inches overall length with a 21.5-inch barrel length and weighing about 8.7 pounds, the AirSaber Elite X II stays surprisingly manageable despite its dual-barrel layout. It ships with 3 Umarex straight-flight arrows with 100-grain field tips, a 4x32 air archery scope, and the field probe you need to get started. Umarex Air Javelin Pro pushes air-powered arrow shooting into a higher performance category by pairing consistent, regulated pre-charged pneumatic power with a shooter-focused design that feels more like a serious field tool than a toy. At its core is a 7.4 cubic inch high-pressure air tank that accepts fills up to 4,500 pounds per square inch, with an integrated regulator holding that pressure at 1,500 pounds per square inch for consistent force behind every launch. That regulated system gives you about 25 effective ethical shots on a single fill and roughly 15 full power shots before pressure falls below the regulator's working window. The Air Javelin Pro sends a 170-grain arrow downrange at about 370 feet per second, generating around 52 foot-pounds of muzzle energy levels that outperform many entry-level crossbows and put it in the range for medium game when used with appropriate broadheads. A straight pull bolt action and ambidextrous charging handle make loading intuitive and smooth, while a full-length Picatinny rail on top and M-lock slots on the forend let you mount a scope, quiver, lights, lasers, or other accessories with ease. Integrated pressure monitoring on the air cylinder helps you keep an eye on remaining air without guessing. A single-shot configuration supports consistent performance from launch to launch, and a manual safety plus a single-stage trigger tuned near 6.25 pounds of pull gives control without complexity. Designed for hunters and serious shooters alike, the Air Javelin Pro blends regulated consistency, arrow velocity that exceeds many crossbow options, and tactical-ready ergonomics in a platform that earns its place on the range and in the field. Umarex Gauntlet II is a performance-focused pre-charged pneumatic air rifle built to deliver big game capability without the need for custom setups. Its massive 24 cubic inch high-pressure air tank fills to 4,500 pounds per square inch, combining regulated consistency, solid durability, and real downrange authority for serious shooters. Offered in 22, .25, and 30 calibers, it features a side lever action with a smooth, easy-to-operate knurled handle. The regulator output adjusts by caliber, roughly 1,900 pounds per square inch in 22, 2,100 pounds per square inch in 25, and about 2,800 pounds per square inch in 30, ensuring steady velocities and shot-to-shot uniformity across the fill. In 22, it propels a 12-grain pellet at approximately 130 feet per second for around 48 foot-pounds of muzzle energy. In 25, a 24-grain pellet reaches roughly 985 feet per second, delivering 51 foot-pounds. The 30 launches heavier projectiles near 1,000 feet per second, approaching 99 foot-pounds. All calibers use a precision-rifled barrel with a 4-baffle design that cuts noise by an average of 8 decibels over previous models, keeping shots quieter without sacrificing performance. A full fill provides more than 70 shots in 22, over 50 in 25, and around 25 in 30 before pressure drops below the regulator window. Magazines hold 10 rounds in 22, 8 in 25, and 7 in 30, and each rifle includes one rotary magazine plus a single-shot tray for flexibility. Controls are intuitive, with the side lever driving the auto-indexing rotary magazine and a smooth single-stage adjustable trigger for confident shot placement. The Foster Quick Disconnect fill port and onboard pressure gauge make refills and pressure checks fast and reliable at the range. The chassis pairs a rugged aircraft-grade aluminum receiver with an all-weather synthetic stock that includes a height-adjustable cheek comb and textured rubber butt pad. M-Loke accessory slots on the forearm allow bipods or lights to be added, while the top Picatinny and 11mm dovetail rails support optics of your choice. Umarex Gauntlet typically retails between $370 and $530, depending on caliber and retailer, offering a powerful and versatile air rifle that balances raw energy, accuracy, and practicality in a compact, field-ready platform. Seneca Dragon Claw II is a striking example of what a serious big-bore pre-charged pneumatic rifle can be when its design focuses on real energy, versatility, and field performance without unnecessary filler. Built around dual high-pressure air reservoirs that total about 500 cubic centimeters and fill to 3,000 pounds per square inch through a quick connect fitting, this rifle delivers powerful slug performance and surprising bolt speeds all from one platform. At the heart of the Dragon Claw II's capability is its 50 caliber rifled barrel and simple, reliable bolt action. Despite a single-shot configuration, this rifle pushes heavy 336 grain lead slugs to velocities where muzzle energy approaches 340 foot-pounds, a significant leap over the original Dragon Claw design. This rifle also doubles as one of the fastest arrow-launching airguns available when used with 430 grain air bolts, routinely exceeding 600 feet per second. Those air bolts benefit from the rifled barrel's accuracy, giving a flatter, more predictable flight path and solid performance out toward typical hunting ranges. Velocity with lighter 177 grain round balls can reach around 860 feet per second, with usable power sustained for several shots down the pressure curve. Hunters will see several shots above 800 feet per second before regulator pressure falls off, and with heavier slugs they can expect multiple shots above 300 foot-pounds of energy. The Dragon Claw II's design keeps control simple and field-ready. A longer, easy-to-operate cocking handle gives good leverage when working the bolt, and an integrated pressure gauge lets shooters monitor remaining air without guesswork. Other notable specs include an 11mm scope rail for optics, dual power levels through staging the bolt, a manual safety, and a single shot capacity that favors precision over volume. Umarex FX Impact is a highly adjustable, pre-charged pneumatic air rifle built for shooters who want one rifle that can run precision targets and heavy slug hunting with the same confidence. It uses a removable carbon fiber high-pressure cylinder that fills to 3,225 pounds per square inch, delivering regulated, repeatable power and strong efficiency for its class. Equipped with FX's externally adjustable AMP Mk2 regulator and the Power Plenum 750, it gives you direct control over how air is delivered for velocity and shot count and overall energy output. The quick tune system on many variants supports broad hammer spring changes through macro steps and micro clicks, and it includes independent valve flow control. That means you can tune it for lightweight pellets at long range or crank it up for heavy slugs when maximum impact is the goal, and that adjustability leads into the barrel system. It features the Smooth Twist X Superior barrel system with interchangeable liners, which allows twist rates and bore profiles to match pellet or slug weight without replacing the entire barrel. This modular setup supports legitimate long-range precision when the rifle is tuned correctly, and it is one of the reasons the platform performs so consistently across different calibers. Shot count and magazine capacity shift with caliber and air cylinder size. A standard configuration with a 480 cubic centimeter bottle and roughly 34-inch overall length delivers around 375 shots in 177 caliber and more than 330 shots in 22 and about 160 shots in 25 and roughly 105 shots in 30 before the regulator drops out of its working window. Even the larger 35 caliber can produce around 45 shots per fill, and that leads into power.